50. Screen time. Yeah. Oh yeah, we about to do this trigger. You know what I'm saying? The story for Trigger Story Broadcast. Whispers from beyond the river dwell in her eyes. 70 polychrome, I like to see that. Come on, man, let's do it. We're gonna take this off. This is a story that took place in the past. The story of a rookie proxy named Faithful, who meets a young lady at a crossroads of fate. I should have washed my face for that. I'm tripping. Bro, we've been on 6th Street for a while now. How many internet commissions have we taken in these past few days? Yeah, it's early in the morning. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm a little stiffy. It's okay, we're starting a proxy business. One video store from scratch, side by side. It takes time. These days I've been focused on managing the source, so thank you for taking care of it. And I'll this bill. Oh, excuse me. Having this cozy little home with you is already much better than the life we had just after leaving the academy. As long as we slowly build our reputation, we'll eventually have a chance to start covering clues about the fall of the capital. Well, take a slow. So I stand in the race. Maybe I'll take a. Well, I don't take a no more dates. Oh, she my boy. I told your mama, yeah, she make me do it. Yeah. Bill, your enthusiasm was really something, but your troubles will soon be resolved. That's how long we've been searching for commissions. I found an intelligence broker on the internet who can introduce commissions to us. As long as we can establish a long-term partnership with this professional intelligence broker, we shall have to worry about any commissions in the future. As your older brother, I also want to be able to help you. I say, thanks. I think I've done a good job. I arranged to meet him at the store today. He should be arriving soon. He's here, just in time. Yeah, let's go. We'll go talk to him. Who knows? Maybe a cool surprise will be ready for us in my first commission. What you got for us? Let me tell you what's broken. The doors open, a man in a suit walks in. Although he wears a friendly and reliable smile, there's something slightly off about him. Who is that man? Well, allow me to introduce our future partner. Nice to meet you. You can call me Shepard. For rookie passes like you don't have a hard time finding commissions, but please don't worry. As an intelligence broker, I exist precisely for people like you. Reach out my notes. Your name is Faithful, right? What kind of commissions do you usually specialize in? The men energetic response these days bring your own proxies like the internet. That being said, combat-related commissions might be a bit tricky, right? You two don't seem like fighters. And hiring combat personnel can be expensive for you pilots. To be honest, I'm not sure I feel comfortable assigning you anything dangerous. We'll find our own way to resolve that. I believe you'll see it in the actual commission. Actual commission, huh? Well then, I happen to have a recently issued commission that could serve as the perfect starting point for our partnership. I believe this commission is of the perfect difficulty to assess your abilities. Who we got? Hey, if you're interested, let me explain the details, shall we? Move to American View, a place to talk. It's not suitable to talk about this at the counter, so let's move to a small room with Shepard to discuss things in detail.
Our first assignment together is a missing person commission. There's no need for combat or venturing into any hollows, so it's completely safe. Honestly, I can't think of a better way to test your skills.
To be honest, it feels like you're just filling your quota with this commission.
Right.
Don't get me wrong, I'm definitely not trying to pass this off on you. Your ability to navigate the hollow is unquestionable. That's what makes a proxy a proxy. But this role involves more than just that, and this commission is a perfect opportunity to demonstrate those other skills. To be honest, the client barely gave us anything to work with, just pieces of info. That's why this is a perfect chance to show off your skills in gathering intel, spotting details, and negotiating. All the makings of a top-tier proxy.
You've made your point. Guess we can't refuse now. Let's see the job.
Shepard nods in satisfaction and pulls out 3 items from his pocket: a harmonica, a sheet of music, and an old photo. A photo of a woman with covered eyes. A somewhat aged photograph, though the image remains fairly clear. A blonde young woman with her eyes covered leans against a wall. For some reason, her silhouette seems so fragile, as if she might shatter into pieces at any moment, filled with such profound sadness.
The client has only provided us with these 3 clues. All we know is that the woman in the photo is your target.
Just a photo. So even the client doesn't know her name, identity, or whereabouts? And what's the deal with the harmonica and the sheet music?
The client doesn't seem to have any more info, though it's possible they just don't want to share. But the client did mention if you get stuck, you should try playing the sheet music with the harmonica. Well then, I'll leave this commission in your capable hands. Keep me in the loop if you make any breakthroughs. Just ping me on Knock Knock.
A single photo and a melody. Feels like chasing shadows. Belle, where do you think we should start?
They go to Port Elpis.
Maybe we should start with Port Elpis. A woman with her eyes covered isn't exactly someone you see every day. Remember when we went to visit the sea? I'm pretty sure we spotted someone like that back then. Remember? I was in a bad mood that day, so you took me to the port to clear my head. We bought some fries, but you were so busy staring at that girl with her eyes covered, a seagull snatched them right out of your hand.
Why do you sound mad? Now that I think about it, that woman did look a lot like the one in the photo. I was just a bit distracted. I didn't mean to stare. Next time I'll make sure to watch my fries more carefully. Well, thanks to you, we've got a lead now. Let's head to the port and see what we can find.
On to an adventure. To Port Elpis, my nigga. Come on, man. And I better get triggered too, bro. Or I don't know what's gonna happen, but I'm gonna be able. God damn, I'm gonna tell you. However, it was a week ago when we saw that lady. Can you be sure that's the person we're looking for? It's been searched. We're still even around here. Let's look around for clues. We don't have any leads right now. We're trying to roll. I'll attempt to hack into the cameras to check if this been. She's been obviously. As for you, take the photo and ice over for this. Boy, let's do it. Let's start down here. I think I remember this girl. We were here fishing every day, and she was with some Tommy and walking around this wood and wood walking. I ain't mad fishing. I don't want to fish right now. Starting to win. It's time to go home. Let's see what starting to fisherman season in New York. I don't know why I gotta go. No money. go. Oh, there. Let's go. I don't gotta talk to everybody. W Zimmers. I seen them eat there for a waypoint. Oh, get out though. I'm gonna go by my way. I did that little bigger one. I will take this downstairs too.
No luck on my end. Belle, did you find anything?
I was wishful thinking to assume that a quick stroll through the port would solve this. But since we're here, might as well give the harmonica a try. Whether it works or not, you owe me some fries before we head back.
I'll do whatever you say, but Belle, would you mind giving the harmonica a try instead? I'm curious to how it sounds.
Wow, you sure know how to set me up. I'm telling you now, though, I can't promise what it'll sound like.
How do I put this? It sounds okay once you get used to it. But nothing happened, so I guess we should just get some fries and head back.
Excuse me. Were you the ones playing the harmonica just now?
Sorry. My sister didn't mean to make such a commotion. We'll just... Wait. You're the one in the photo. Sorry about that. I didn't hear any footsteps, so I didn't realize you were right beside us.
My apologies. Moving quietly is second nature to me. I didn't mean to startle you. If I may ask, where did you learn that melody?
Well, the two of us are proxies, and this song was given to us by a client. We never thought it would actually help us find you. Our client is the one looking for you. Why don't we discuss the details somewhere else?
I see. Please lead the way. I'd also like to meet this client of yours.
I like
Let's
the
head back
voice
to the
actors.
store.
Okay, let's go check in with Shepard. Oh, I almost forgot. Your name is...
My real name. I haven't used that in a long time, but I do have a code name. You can call me Charon.
Karen. She sound like a Karen and look like one too.
Miss Charon, I just reached out to the information broker who posted the commission. He should be here shortly, and you'll be able to meet the client soon. Please take a seat on the couch. I'll get you something to drink.
Thank you, but please, don't mind me. By the way, the second row from the top on your TV wall, third unit from the left, it has a connection issue. You might want to check it out when you have time.
Let me see. You're right. How did you know? No wonder there's been some lag lately.
I rely on my hearing. I lost most of my vision in an accident. I can just about make out the outlines of my surroundings. To move around like an average citizen, I've trained my other senses to be extremely sharp. I heard a faint buzzing sound.
Alright, dear
By
devil.
moving around the room and noticing the change in sound, I was able to pinpoint the location of the faulty TV.
Sorry. I hope my question didn't seem rude.
No need to apologize. Vision isn't the only way to perceive the world. As proxies, you two should know that better than most. Anything that can be seen with your eyes can never be considered a secret.
Subtle silence fills the room. It's clear you each have secrets you don't want to share with others, and there's an unspoken understanding between you. As the silence is on the brink of becoming awkward and not so.
It's me again! You two found the target already? Wow, Phaethon, you guys are incredible. If you're always this fast, you could take on anything.
I'm glad you're impressed. But why do I get the feeling you aren't very happy? You look a little uneasy.
Where to start? It's great that you were able to find the woman in the photo, but there's a new problem. I can't get in touch with the client anymore. There's been no reply from his Knock Knock account since yesterday. I brushed it off at first, but there's still no reply today. Just when I thought he might have skipped town, his account suddenly sent me a location, the edge of a hollow. Who sends something like that in normal circumstances?
Definitely not normal.
Sending a location from the edge of a hollow? That's anything but normal. And the client hasn't responded at all?
Either way, I'll keep trying to reach the client. I hope he's alright. Let's stay in touch for now. We won't be wrapping up this commission for a while.
Sorry, but I overheard your conversation. Could you share that location with me? If I investigate the hollow, I might pick up some clues.
You're Miss Charon? No offense, but the Hollow isn't somewhere just anyone can waltz into. Without a carrot or combat personnel, it's a death trap. You should wait.
I'm a soldier. I served with the Eridu Defense Force under the Chrysoberyl Division. Even after retiring, I've made countless trips into the Hollow. You can trust in my combat skills. The heart rates of you and the two proxies here seem to have just spiked. Don't worry. My military days are far behind me. I have no current ties with them. As for getting into the Hollow, proxies, can I request your assistance? I don't know anyone else who could guide me. I'll pay the commission fee as best I can. If you don't want to be involved, that's fine. I'll think of something.
Can't let you deal with this alone, baby.
We'd like to find the client ASAP too. I mean, who's gonna cover our commission fee otherwise? Besides, if we said no, you'd just head into the hollow alone, wouldn't you?
How did you know?
So that was your plan? You just remind me of how Wise and I used to be. So desperate to find someone that we didn't even care if we were ready or not. Well, since Miss Charon wants to continue to investigate, I'm willing to act as the proxy for no additional fee. You can relax, Shepard.
I see. That works for me. With the client still unreachable, my hands are tied. Please, look into the hollow, and be careful.
I'm really sorry for troubling you both.
That's fire.
Finding this client is very important to
The
me,
lights under
so
her
I may have
eyes
acted a bit out of line just
change
now.
color depending on her mood.
No worries. Seeing how
She's
determined you are to
blessing
find the
some shit.
client, we couldn't just sit by and do nothing. Let's work together to find them.
My heart is racing or whatever. 60? Ooh, wait. Let's do this real quick. Damn, she tall too. She should go right now, so that means she's
This is the path I follow.
I am the...
Standing by, Captain of Silver Squad. It's been a while. Eradicate all evil. Let's... to what do I owe the pleasure? Number 0.
Good day, get going.
This is...
I've got you.
Standing by.
Can't do it. I'm too fluent.
Miss Caron, I need some time to calculate the hollow route.
Leave this to me, Proxy. Actually, I've been to this hollow before for reasons. I still remember the way forward clear as day.
Oh? Then why don't you wait just a little longer? Calculating a path doesn't take that long. Down strategy.
It'd be more efficient to retrace a path I've already walked. Please come with me, Proxy. The path ahead. It should be right around here. I wasn't here too long ago. In one moment, Proxy, I might have misremembered. I just need to think. Save your strength, and
I'm sure you're well aware that hollows undergo periodic spatial distortions and reconstruction.
the melody of combat.
That's why each time we enter, we need the most up-to-date carrot. You're not lost because you can't remember. After you left the hollow, spatial distortion occurred. That's why.
Reach its mark! Supporting position.
Off balance.
The target's weary.
Perfect teamwork. A sound strategy.
Sorry for being so presumptuous.
By the way, Miss Carolyn, how are you so fluid when you move and fight? Is it because of your sharper hearing and heightened senses?
That's one part of it. In fact, my eyes gained some unique abilities as they changed. I can't see most things clearly, but I'm able to detect the etheric fluctuations of nearby humans, ethereals, and other objects. The melody of combat. I call this ability...
Wait, something's up ahead.
I didn't get to hear what she's saying. What she's going to say. You see bullet holes on her body? No. They're dead.
What could have happened? Who did this?
Given the depth of the wound and the caliber of the bullet,
The surrounding ether levels have significantly increased. What's going on? Hold on. Let me find what's causing the ether level increase. Up ahead, there are multiple devices leaking ether nonstop.
those are high-pressure ether storage tanks, filled with highly concentrated ether. Hold in position. As soon as the valve is opened, the ether will flow out at a fixed rate.
They won't back down. Such high ether concentrations will make the nearby ethereals more active and cause more to show up. In position. Wide open. Heron! It'll be dangerous if you keep moving forward.
Understood. These storage tanks are high-risk items manufactured by military-industrial companies. They're rare, even on the black market. The quick shot!
I'm not a loser.
Right on cue. Several of these storage tanks appearing in the hollow is a clear sign that our opposition has malicious intentions.
No, I like this too. Am I not shooting this?
All high-pressure ether tanks have been disabled. We can keep moving.
Proxy, there are 4 people over here. They're all still alive. I'm not detecting any ether fluctuations from any other life forms nearby.
Great, that's a relief. Charon, can you confirm their condition?
Confirmed. 1 is seriously injured. A bullet pierced their lung. The other 3? No internal injuries, just a few minor wounds. They're all unconscious. The one with severe wounds. His etheric fluctuations are nearly completely gone. He's beyond saving.
Who are you? Help me. It hurts. So cold. I don't want to die.
Yeah, you about to die. Get out.
There must be something we can do. I'll contact the hospital, and we can get him out of the hollow.
His internal organs are ruptured. He'll bleed out long before we can get him out. No rescue team can beat the clock when life fades this fast.
Am I?
Karen doesn't respond. She sits besides. Sucked up.
Charon, what's wrong? It looks like you're in pain.
I'm fine, don't worry about me. As I mentioned before, these eyes of mine have their uses, but they bring just as much inconvenience. The rejection reaction you saw just now is one of them. Staring into death. It's not something I handle well.
My head. Where am I? I remember now. There was a madman, a lunatic who tied me up and dragged me into the hollow. You're not.
I'm not the lunatic you're talking about. Can you stand? There are 2 more unconscious survivors here.
Leave. We can leave this place. What about that lunatic who shot at me from the shadows?
The culprit should be gone by now. Heron, let's get the survivors out. Follow me.
Oh, let's go. Thanks for that. I thought you guys were sure. That's why I was trying to leave it. I still see your shadows in my room. I should have read that out loud. Probably let's take a short break here. The area around the Valley Twins has been abandoned due to the hollow disaster and no one's likely to be around. It's both secluded and safe, making it a perfect place for this conversation. We just escaped from a killer, so we need to check on the injuries and make sure we're okay. Unfortunately, I ain't read that. After they woke up and saw me, they didn't have any particular reason. If they were the ones who assigned the commission to find me, they should have recognized me to some extent. Like I said, I'll keep watching around here and be on the lookout for the perpetrator trying to track us or attempting to ambush us. Could you please have a brief conversation with the three survivors? I think they might have information on the perpetrator. To be honest, I think they might. No, it's probably just I got the information. Thanks, guys. Relax. Aside from blunt force injury to the back of my head, I also had some minor abrasions and slight Still a few more questions. How'd you get kidnapped and taken to the highway? Me, you know, I seen the important piece after the house on the way back home, driving the long deserted road when I seemed to hit something. Now, I gotta check. Just a few seconds, I got out the car, someone hit me from behind the back of the head. I was sitting at home with my friend and someone pried open the lock and tampered with our food or water or something. I don't know what they did exactly to show me we ate. We both passed out. Jesse. I love you, Jesse. Although I was tied up in the hollow, luckily I always carried a folded knife with me. I tried to shake the knife out of my pocket and cut the ropes open to escape, especially since the area is filled with theories. Suddenly someone shot at me from the shadows. I was so scared that I quickly dropped to the ground and dodged the bullets, but they immediately fired several shots. I ended up running away from my life. And when they were shooting at me, I felt like they never intended to kill me right away. Instead, they seemed to be having fun watching me panic. Every shot scratched me, but none of them were fatal. I just kept dodging their theories and stopped running for my life. In the end, I finally managed to hide in a place with fewer ethereals, but the manic shot of tranquilizer until I died. So, wow.
Thank you all for assisting me, even though I'm a stranger. You've given me valuable information.
It's the least we can do after you saved our lives. If there's anything else you want to ask, go right ahead.
I do have some questions left to ask. Before that, could the three of you introduce yourselves? I'd like to see if there's a pattern to how the killer chose their targets.
I'll go first. My name's Zoe. I used to be a soldier in the Defense Force, but now I'm just working a regular desk job at a private company. Don't let that fool you, though. I've earned my stripes.
I'm Jesse, currently working as an internet information broker. I'm still pretty new at it, though, so I can't think of any reason someone would target me.
My turn? I'm Erin. I was also in the Defense Force, but now I'm unemployed. Actually, I have a question for you all. Did you see my friend when you were in the Hollow? She's about my height, with shoulder-length blonde hair and a mole under her eye. We were
You got a mole too.
If I recall correctly, we didn't come across anyone like that in the Hollow, among both the survivors or the bodies.
It's all right. I'll keep looking. I hope she's okay. We were always inseparable. We even planned to visit Scott Outpost together for Remembrance Day. I never thought something like this would happen.
Remembrance Day?
That's what I'm doing.
What's it about?
As the name suggests, it's a day organized by the Defense Force for the families of deceased soldiers and veterans. People gather to mourn their loved ones who died in the fall of the old capital and find comfort in each other's company.
I didn't know the Defense Force did that. Huh. Maybe I should go check it out.
If I can't find her anywhere else, I'll head to Remembrance Day alone. Maybe she'll show up there. Was your missing friend also a member of the Defense Force? Yes, she and I were in the same squad. Obsidian Division's Cartis squad.
Guess he was in the Defense
This
Force.
sounds like a series of murders targeting the Defense Force. But Jesse wasn't with the Defense Force.
No, you're probably not far off. Jesse claims to have been up front, but he neglected to mention he was once part of the Defense Force. Right, Jesse?
Well, that's... I just don't like bringing up my past in the Defense Force. It's not like I'm trying to hide it. They're just
You
memories
did
from my
hide it.
time there that I'd rather forget. I was part of Obsidian Division's Noct Squad. That's the absolute truth.
I was also in the Obsidian Division, Impera Squad. I don't know who those who died in the Hollow were, but it seems the killer really is targeting members of the Defense Force.
Wait a second. If I remember correctly, during the fall of the old capital, didn't our three squads work together on a mission outside Hollow Zero?
We did? I don't really remember.
I have a vague memory of it, but there were so many people on the mission, I don't remember your faces.
Thank you all for the information. I'm starting to see a pattern in the killer's choice of targets. But there's something else I need to ask. I came to this hollow because someone I'm searching for sent me its location. And that person was likely being held by the killer as well. Did you happen to see anyone else?
You're not giving us much to go on. At least tell us what kind of person you're looking for, male or female, what they look like. Can't offer much help without that.
Sorry, I don't have much else to share. Even so, if any of you remember anything else that may be useful, please let me know. This is very important to me. You don't even know who they are, yet you're so determined to find them. Is it really going to be an issue if you can't find this person? Maybe. I've been searching for someone for a long time. They might be the key to achieving my goal.
I see. Whatever happens, I hope you find them. If there's anything I can do to help, just let me know.
Thank you. But please, prioritize your own safety. If the killer is targeting former Defense Force members, there's a good chance they'll come after you again. Stay vigilant.
Of course. Once I've checked out Remembrance Day, I'm locking myself in my room and throwing away the key.
Even after questioning those survivors, clues still weren't adding up. Our goal is to find a missing client. Right now, we only know that he was likely kidnapped by the perpetrator, but we have an idea of the perpetrator, who the perpetrator is, and what he did. Do you have any ideas? I think the other parts is right. The information the 3 survivors provided is limited. If our current information is hard to deduce, we should go next to find a client like clues is going to dry. But we still got something out of it. At least we know some characteristics of the perpetrator. A sadistic sniper with a grudge against the defense force. They're meticulous in planning, avoid open confrontations, and are obsessed with committing crimes in the hollow. With these characteristics and the hollow coordinates, we might be able to deduce the general area where the perpetrator operates, as well as a potential base where they might have placed the kidnapped victims. I didn't read that far. Yes, and we're narrowing down the search. The perpetrator might continue committing more crimes. She seems somewhat agitated. The lack of clues plunges you all into silence, just as you're about to accept reality and start organizing the current clues to narrow down the search. The door to the video store suddenly opens. It's Shepard.
Phaeton, you've already been to the Hollow and made it back safely?
Did you run all the way here? Do you need a moment? We've already been to the Hollow, but unfortunately, we haven't found the client yet.
I'm fine. Did you find any clues there?
There are traces left behind. Signs of a kidnapping. It's very likely the client was involved.
Yeah, it seems the client was kidnapped, brought to the Hollow, and later moved again. We're still looking for clues. But why did you rush over to the store? Did you find anything?
Well, just take a look for yourself.
Another location?
I checked a map of New Eridu. This spot, it's another Hollow entrance.
We've been chasing dead ends with absolutely no clues, and now one just appears out of nowhere? Something smells fishy here.
You're sure it's just a disappearance for now and nothing more serious has happened, right? If that's the case, the situation is still manageable. No matter how shaky the clue is, let's keep investigating. Just be careful. Any casualties and this will become something beyond our control. At that point, stop the commission and contact me. I'll bring in some professional Hollow experts to deal with the situation.
Thank you for not revealing what really happened to that information broker.
Don't mention it. But I have to ask, why are you doing this? Calling for help might have been the safest way to handle the situation.
The killer is a sniper who has no qualms about taking lives. Judging by the victim's injuries, it's clear they know how to deal a fatal blow and how to inflict pain without causing death. Most Hollow Raiders lack experience dealing with snipers. If they encounter the killer, it's likely to end in a difficult fight, or worse, casualties. And besides, asking for help from others would only delay the search. The client is at risk right now, so I think we should follow the clues and enter the Hollow as soon as possible to ensure their safety.
I helped you keep this from Shepard, but I have to admit, it's just too dangerous. What if this lead is a trap? Who even knows who's really behind the client's messages anymore?
I understand, I really do. But what if we're late and something happens to the client?
Why is the client so important to you, Charon? Would you be willing to tell us?
Right.
Are you so set on finding them because they're connected to the person you've been looking for?
The client's true identity might be the very person I've been looking for. And if not, they most certainly have some vital information. Since leaving the military, I've spent years searching for my missing teammates. They were more than just comrades who trusted me with their lives. To me, someone raised as an orphan, they were family. I've scoured countless hollows and every corner of New Eridu to find them, but I've never found a single lead. Until I met you and heard that melody on the harmonica. It's called Homecoming. My squad leader composed it. Only our squad knew it.
That's right.
And yet that client of yours not only knows the song, but also gave you the sheet music. Please, Proxy. This client is the only lead I have left. I'm certain my teammates are still alive. If this trail goes cold, I don't know when I'll get another chance to reunite with them.
I just don't know if they're still alive. Could there really be no trace of them after all these years? Wise gazes towards you to seem to convey such a question, but then thinking about how you're also searching for your teacher, it doesn't seem that hard to understand. I'll help you.
I get how anxious you must feel. Let's face this together. But this time, we really need to be extra careful.
Thank you, Proxy. I feel much better knowing I have your support. You can trust me. I'll protect you if the killer is really waiting for us in the Hollow. We'll make it out in one piece.
Mommy want to do something. Invitation to kill? No.
Eradicate all. This is. I only. To what do I owe? Eradicate all. Standing by.
So sleepy. Let's hit the road.
Too damn cold.
Looks like there's something here.
Proxy, look at this. A communicator left right at the Hollow's entrance.
Why is there a communicator here? It doesn't look like it was randomly left behind.
There's hardly any dust on its surface, which means it was only placed here recently. It looks like someone wants us to use it.
Oh, such decisiveness. Following random location info without even thinking twice. I'm glad, Sniper of Liar Squad.
Who are you? And by Sniper of Liar Squad, are you referring to Charon?
Sniper. Or should I say Charon now? Haven't you shared your past with our dear Proxy? If introductions aren't your strong suit, I'd be happy to show you how. You can call me Grim Vulture, the one behind this string of murders. You see, I've been working my way down a list, crossing off names. And now, Charon of Liar Squad, your name is next.
Looks like you've done your homework on me. Just because my presence interfered with your plan, you've decided to take me out for good?
I thought you were just going to be another obstacle in my way. But now, with you in my sights, this must be some kind of destiny.
I'm not sure what you're referring to, but I'm looking for someone. Given that you're waiting at the Hollow entrance they shared, I'm guessing you have them. If you hand them over, perhaps we can make a deal.
So your version of making a deal is stalling for time to locate me and lining up your shots? Can't say I'm surprised. After all, that's exactly what I plan to do too.
There's someone on her squad.
You seem to have rather unique eyes.
Oh no?
But you'll never get the chance to hit me. After all, no one's better at counter-sniping than me.
Seems talking won't resolve this, but I'm not averse to using force.
Now that's the spirit! If you're looking for someone, why not search the Hollow for clues? Providing you can survive both my attacks and those of the Ethereals, of course. Oh, and I've prepared a little gift for all your trouble. I hope you still have that determined look on your face after seeing it.
Watch out for Grim Vulture taking shots from afar. Is there nothing we can do?
Take a rest stop, Lucy. You got it.
Target locked.
I found a box.
You still remember what's inside the box, right? Oh, huh. The one Sticks always wore. Curious as to how he died? I'll tell you. He took his own life. Though it wasn't much different from being offed by angels. Cereals had almost completely taken over his body. He was incorrupted, covered in ether crystals. His whole fully formed.
The wind!
I'm
He didn't want to become. He raised the cannon he was oh so proud of. With just one last shell inside.
Increase firepower.
And just like that, obliterated both his hair and his heart. Any thoughts on the way he picked the bucket? Did you like it? Do you think I made the whole thing up? Or did it really happen?
Another high-pressure ether tank.
We did it, Proxy. Let's keep moving.
The second box emanates an ominous horror that unsettling stench seems to reign on its contents just like the previous box and give you an absolute wrench experience. Charon's breathing grows heavy. She stands still for several seconds, seemingly trying to control her emotional turmoil. Push yourself. Follows the other device, red, blood-stained, tattered military gloves lying in the center of the box. It's clear that whoever placed them there, that is just also on curiosity, but it will be an original malicious intent. Caroline puts up the gloves and severe training and towards an icy touch and looks to her. As I thought, these are from one of my teammates, squad mates to kill. Keep moving. Following this route to root the needles to bring the vulture and fun. To pick up a weapon, but there's an unmistakable tremor underneath the force.
Acheron's favorite gloves. It wasn't easy getting my hands on them. As expected of such a famous, beautiful commander, even her gloves are stylish. Such a pity. And then, like her hands in the thing. Don't you think that's a shame, little sniper?
got it.
Such beautiful hands. It could no longer wait. Ethereal's gnawed off her arm and part of her leg as well.
Red light.
But she still has some. She stood tall, even in It's just a nice guess. She died from multiple wounds. Even the most beautiful flowers will wither without protection.
Copy.
Great hit.
Think I'm telling the truth or a lie this time?
How long do you intend to keep up this game of cat and mouse?
Solid hit.
I'll be coming to your hideout soon. Wipe that smile off your face and wait. Wait and see what I'm going to do.
Good reaction. Hurry up, though. I've got one final surprise location for you.
Going the extra mile.
I'm sure you figured out the route to get to me. The surprise is at the end of the road.
This bullet will reach its mark.
In a jiffy. You're clear. Out of my way.
I'll take point.
Congratulations! You found the third box. Inside is... Who was it again? Oh, right. A piece of bloodied fabric from Cocytus's clothes and some damaged engineering gear stained with Leafy's blood. There weren't enough boxes, so I had to cram them together. You're just a medic and an engineer, not exactly combat material, right? Surely you're not mad, are you?
Enough already! Using her squad mates, her family to mentally torture her? That's vile. How much longer are you planning on doing this?
Oh dear, did I go too far? My sincerest apologies. It's just, watching you plunge headfirst into my trap was so entertaining. I may have gotten a bit carried away, you know? Relax, the person you're looking for isn't here, and those are just fakes. I didn't actually take them from her comrades. Her comrades are long since corpses in the hollow, after all. How could I possibly have gotten hold of their clothes?
Damn.
A decisive strike to be sure. But as I've already said, your awareness, sight, and experience mean nothing in front of a more skilled sniper.
I didn't expect to kill you so easily. There was a subtle change in your ether fluctuations the moment I fired. That was all I needed. You knowing my past makes me feel sick. But after seeing that you're just a coward who feels fear from another's killing intent, it doesn't bother me as much anymore.
Coward, you say? How fascinating. You were little more than a hollow shell before. But now that you've bared your teeth, you've started looking somewhat respectable. I know your composure is nothing more than a facade. You've never truly faced the weight of your comrades' deaths, have you? I bet your mind is now filled with their dying screams.
This
Karen
look
and
the
I both
same
believe her
thing
squad is
as
still alive. You can drop the
Silver
axe.
Soldier and
Why are you so fixated on Karen?
If-
Just because she used to be in the
well-
defense force? She has nothing to do with your target.
especially
Nothing
if
to do with
it would
it.
be a carbon copy
Then why
if
don't you
this
go
was on
ask her
Squad
about
Mates.
it? What surprises me more is you actually believe her teammates are still alive. Don't tell me she dragged you into all this danger without telling you anything.
Shut up.
If she won't tell you, I will. Those so-called alive squad mates of hers went missing during the fall of the old capital. I'm sure you know exactly what that means. When the old capital fell, countless Defense Force soldiers were either killed by ethereals or became them. The surviving soldiers, struggling to defend themselves, never had the opportunity to carry their comrades' bodies out of Hollow Zero. Obviously, her squad mates, the members of Liar Squad, were among the dead. But since their bodies were never found, she insists they're still alive. Even going as far as to deceive her own proxy. It's laughable.
I didn't lie to the proxy. They're alive. I have proof. Someone like you could never understand.
I could never understand? Huh. You think it's hard to understand your childish thought process? If you really have solid proof, why not tell me? Come on, let's hear it!
My eyes. I lost nearly 90% of my vision during the fall of the old capital. But in return, I gained the ability to see what others can't. Every second of every day for years, I've seen my squad mates. Not as fleeting shadows, but vivid and lifelike. They've never disappeared. They're alive, waiting for me to find them. Why else would I have been given these eyes?
That's your proof? Did you hear that? Proxy hiding in the bang boom. She spent years chasing after people who couldn't possibly exist, all because of some ghostly visions. You'd rather believe those visions of your teammates are real-time projections than accept that they're dead. What if I told you the way I described their deaths before was the absolute truth? Will you finally face reality? Or will you keep fooling yourself, believing in ghosts? I guess you'll keep deceiving yourself. Because that's how you survive.
I'm not lying to myself.
Whoever this person
really-
is lame as hell.
Really want to find your squad mates who have been missing for years and were officially declared dead? You couldn't protect them when the old capital fell, and now you're just making up stories to fool yourself. To give yourself some so-called reason to go on, to latch on to any stupid excuse. You're just a selfish, naive coward who did nothing and couldn't do anything when your comrades were dying.
Karen stands there, speechless, and then Vulture's relentless verbal assault has clearly struck home. The little color that had briefly returned to her face drains away.
Giving up already? At least you've got a shred of dignity left. Nothing disgusts me more than a useless hypocrite. Enough of this. Time to die, coward.
No God Karen not a coward.
Karen is not a coward. Someone who'd enter perilous hollows just to find what they seek. Someone who'd play music to console a dying soul, despite the pain in their eyes, is anything but a coward. At the very least, she's far braver than a criminal. shadows, enjoys torturing others, and is constantly in fear of being caught.
Proxy,
Your proxy sure has a way with words. I won't waste any more of my breath. Just die already.
I've completed analysis of the surrounding fissures. Charon, snap out of it. We can use that fissure to escape.
Fissures? When did you... Still trying to play tricks.
With no hope of a counterattack, you practically drag Karen, turning to run towards the fissure guard. Escape Grim Vulture's notice, just as the boy is about to strike the lens to escape the fissure. Let's go. Yeah. You escape from the hollow and return to the video store, bringing along Karen, who's lost all will to fight. She seems more traumatized than you imagined, repeatedly touching her eyes, silent and distant.
Charon, do you want some hot cocoa? I'm sure you're exhausted after such a tough fight. You should get some rest.
thanks, but I'm fine.
Don't listen to Grim Vulture. They'd say anything to get under your skin. Once we start doubting the truth, we've fallen into their trap.
No, Proxy. I think Grim Vulture has a point. Maybe it's all just in my head. The things Grim Vulture left. When I touched them, I was reminded of the day the old capital fell. I felt the same sensation when I touched an injured comrade. I tried to shake off that feeling, but the truth is, I can't stop thinking about the possibility that all my squad mates are dead.
Would you be willing to share more? What really happened to you and Liar Squad on the day the old capital fell?
That day, in the first hour Hollow Zero started expanding, Defense Force HQ thought it was just a normal Hollow disaster, and thought they could suppress it with the standard amount of troops. Liar Squad was among the first troops sent there. Before we left, our superiors promised reinforcements would be on the way to support us in combat, so we didn't need to worry too much about facing the Ethereals. But soon after we began the mission, we realized things weren't going to go like we thought. The Ethereals came at us like an endless tide. The Hollow expanded beyond control, and more importantly, the reinforcements never came. The Defense Force troops outside the Hollow soon realized this was no ordinary disaster. Hollow Zero was devouring Eridu at horrifying speed. The reinforcement plan was called off, and the promised troops retreated. Honestly, even if they had come to help, it wouldn't have changed anything. I watched as members of the advanced force around me died one after another, or were corrupted into ethereals. Our squad slowly lost the strength to maintain formation. I was a weak point in our formation. An ether shot fired by an ethereal hit my eyes, corrupting them. Because of that and several other wounds, I shortly lost consciousness. I'm not sure how long I was out, but just before losing my vision, I briefly regained consciousness. The last thing my eyes saw was my squad mate standing in front of me, looking back. When I woke up again, I was already back at base. The higher-ups detonated the Shiryu pillars, and finally managed to bring Hollow Zero under control. I don't know who rescued me from the Hollow, but none of my squad mates had made it out. For some reason, the image of my squad mates being the last thing I saw has stayed in my mind. It must be some kind of sign. A sign that they're still alive. Don't you think? They must have continued fighting after I fell unconscious, eventually getting lost in some hollow and losing contact with the main force, left to wander between the various hollows of New Eridu. That must have been what happened, right? The Defense Force? Civilians? No one believes me. So I decided to find them myself. The reason behind these eyes. It's got to be to guide me to finding them still alive. Am I wrong, Proxy? Are these eyes pointless? I knew that's what you thought. Interpreting what my eyes see as proof my squad mates are still alive is just wishful thinking. But if they're really gone, why Why would I have been given these eyes, which bring nothing but pain? If they're truly no longer alive, how can I apologize to them in person? Tell them I'm sorry. Sorry for being so weak. Sorry that I failed to protect them. Their faces are all so blurry. I can't see their expressions. I can't even bear to look at them. If their final look at me was filled with resentment and disappointment, I wouldn't know how to handle it.
I'm falling asleep. It is not because the storyboard, I'm just sleepy as hell. Dang, she crying? Bro.
Charon, listen to me. Even if everyone else thinks you're wrong, Wise and I will never dismiss your determination to find your squad mates. You don't need to make any justifications, because someone close to us is missing too, and we desperately hope she's still alive. Even if the whole world doesn't understand, we will never give up. But I also think being consumed by this obsession, unable to move forward, that's not what those who matter to us would want.
Belle is right. Listen, Charon, you're such a kind person. Maybe that's why you feel responsible for protecting everyone and blame yourself when you can't do enough. But you don't have to carry it all on your own.
Yeah, right now, the best thing you can do is trust us. We can be sure that Vulture hasn't killed the client yet. As long as we have that lead, there's still hope. We'll support you. No one can dismiss your determination or will. No matter how things turn out, we'll stand by your side and we'll face it together.
Proxy, thank you. I feel better now. At the very least, I want to keep investigating. I'm not just going to stop here.
With the tension easing, it's time to discuss a plan moving forward. Just then the phone rings. Shepard.
Sorry to disturb you at this hour. Did you go investigate that new hollow? How's it going? Oh, never mind. The client just shared a new location with me on Knock Knock.
They're pretty eager, huh? Which hollow is it this time?
No, it's not a hollow. If I'm reading this right, this location is Scott Outpost.
Scott Outpost? Isn't that managed by the Defense Force and White Star Institute? What's Grim Vulture up to?
It's Remembrance Day. Don't you recall what Aaron said before? They're holding an event right now, and the place will be open to the public.
So, they're not trying to lure us into a hollow this time. What's the deal? Are they trying to taunt us?
Whether it's a provocation or a trap, I'm not missing any chance to face Grim Vulture. Proxy, will you go with me?
The official commencement of the Remembrance Day has been scheduled for tomorrow morning, meaning ordinary citizens still cannot freely enter Scott Outpost today. But the arrangements can spend the night at the store next month. And I'm going to pause this one. I'm getting sleepy and I need to. I gotta go get a haircut. At what? 12 o'clock. It's currently 11:25. So I'll be back stream. Share the screen. Get in real quick, you know what I'm saying? Maybe do some summoners when I get back to you, dude.